You know what's crazy? Some of the most successful leaders I have met, running multiple companies, multiple projects, managing hundreds of employees, are the least fulfilled people I know. They've mastered growth, but not peace. They've built empires, but they have lost the connection with themselves, with their heart, and even with their soul. And deep down, they whisper, why does it still not feel enough? If you ever felt that emptiness deep inside you, this life is for you. So, welcome here. I am actually in live in LinkedIn and in YouTube as well. If you don't know me, I am Celine de Almeida. I am a strategic guide, mentor for CEO, visionary, and sensitive leaders, multi-entrepreneurs. And I spent most of 11 years in the banking, finance, HR consulting field, managing 45 consultants and multi-million portfolios. And today I bring this experience and this wisdom as well to those leaders I worked with along the way. I help them to reignite their inner fire in them, to call back this life in themselves, to enhance their relationships, to multiply their success, to elevate their wealth, their health, and their well being without losing themselves. And today, I wanted to share with you a story. One of the kind story I see too often with those leaders. And maybe it's yours today. It's your own story. A few months ago, I worked with big leaders, worked with leaders with managing hundreds of employees, managing empires, managing two companies and multi projects. Actually, it seems it looks like it's powerful, happy, even fulfilled. But the reality is completely the opposite. These leaders came to me, and the first thing he shared with me, if I stop, I collapse. The hard truth was that if I stop, I collapse. And actually, this sentence, it's so deep within me because you know what? I was there. I've been there for many years. I forgot who I was. I completely forgot who I was. I completely forgot my own sensitivity, my own feeling, just to go through, to improve myself to the next milestone. And it's actually the same for most of my clients. And typically with this client, with this case I am sharing with you today, he was completely in this movement to improve himself to the next milestone, to the next project, to the next. to the end. And maybe it couldn't be to the end of himself, because deep inside it was empty. I could feel this numbness in him. He was completely detached from his emotions, from his nervous system, from his family and relationship. He was struggling with his teams because he felt numb. Every win was just another checkbox. And maybe it's you today. Maybe you are in this case, in this hard story, because it's hard to seems to be successful on the outside, but in the inside you are empty, completely empty. And you know what? Maybe it could be hype, or yeah, to seems to be happy, but deep inside you are not, and you are losing yourself, your soul, your heart. And that's the lie so many leaders live with today. The silence at the top, the invisible pressure, the constant need to hold it all together. It's heavy. It's not non-sustainable. And here's the truth. Most leaders feel, most leaders never feel fulfilled because they're built from survival, from exhaustion, not from connection, not from their heart. They lead from intellect, not from intuition, not from peace, inner peace. They perform instead of feeling. Even more, you completely lost your this link with your feelings, with your emotion, with your inner world. But between you and me, do you think if it's a sustainable and it's a real truth of your success? It is this kind of life and success do you really want to feel and to live every day until the end of your life? Because actually, I, s- I saw that so many times, but it feels like they, those leaders completely lost the truth, the link with their vision, with the life, the true happiness they could live. It's broke. And when you start, when you start reconnect to yourself, to your own vision, your true vision, you reconnect with your truth, with your inner world, and everything shifts. And that same client who came to me learned to regulate his inner world, his nervous system, to mastery his emotions, to reconnect to their true vision. and release years of silent tension. And within weeks, his heart reopened. His fire, inner fire, came back. He knows now how much he cares, how much he needs also for him, for his team, for his family, because his relationship with his wife and his daughter completely changed. Passed from war to peace because because within himself he passed from war to peace first, and he feel truly alive again. This fire back within him completely changed everything: his energy, his emotions, his soul, the quality of his life, and it increase the results of those companies. And actually, that's what alignment looks like. When you stop leading from pressure, from misalignment, and you reconnect to yourself, to your true self, to your true vision, to your heart, to your soul, in this peace, everything's changed. And that's exactly what I bring, what I help, of course, I guide those leaders in my one-on-one mentoring through my elevation method. Because for me, it's so important to see as a global vision, to see you in your global expansion, not just as the boss, the leader, but as a human behind the businesses. As a leader, of course, but as a man, woman, as a mother, as a father, as a friend, as a partner. Because our life are not just limited to our business. No, we are whole. So you deserve whole. You deserve the best. And in my container, we work through three core pillars. The first one is the emotional mastery, of course. The second one is a strategy, alignment. And the third one is a identity, expansion. So we walk through your whole world in 360 degrees at all levels. So if you are listening right now, this live in LinkedIn or in YouTube, I want you to pause just for 5 minutes right now or later. I don't mind, but just for a second, take 5 minutes for you. For yourself today. So important. 5 minutes with no phone, no mails, no noise. Just you, just the silence in this present moment. And ask yourself honestly, am I building from alignment or from pressure or from achievement? And if this question is something in you, connect with me, DM me directly on my LinkedIn page. And if you want to lead from another perspective, another way, in your highest vision, without losing yourself, let's talk. No pressure, just truth. Because real power isn't control. Real power is alignment. See you